Hi, it's Neil Waterhouse. What to sell on eBay is normally the first question which comes up for most people looking at building an eBay business from scratch. The first step for deciding which are the best products for you to sell on eBay is to first narrow down which eBay methodology suits you the best. Do you want to sell used products, new products, or do you want to import, or do you want to purchase products locally? Do you want to dropship products? For those that don't know what dropshipping is, dropshipping is when you list an item on eBay which you do not have in your possession, and every time they sell, you have the supplier ship the item direct to your customer. With a dropship business, you never physically see or touch the product. You get paid before you purchase the product. All methodologies have pros and cons. You first need to decide which methodology is best for you. What suits you? Do you have any cash to invest for purchasing new products? If you don't, it doesn't matter. There are many different methodologies for building eBay businesses using no cash, or virtually no money at all. Not only can you get products to sell for free from places like Gumtree, cleanup campaigns, but you can also go one step further with dropshipping and dropship new items and get paid before you purchase the stock. So you're always cash flow positive. Just as a side note, 89% of all items sold on eBay these days are new products. That's 89, just under 90%. When I started selling on eBay back in 1999, I started selling, like most eBay sellers, used items. Like most new eBay sellers, I started out by selling items which were lying around the house, items collecting dust, items like old tools, books, unused wedding presents, kids' bikes, all that kind of stuff. The first item I ever sold on eBay was a used Sid Chrome soccer set. Selling used items gives any new eBay seller a fantastic experience. It's also a great way to get your eBay feedback score up. If you're a new eBay seller, I highly recommend doing exactly the same. After gaining experience from selling used items we had lying around the house, we started purchasing used items from places like garage sales, items like sewing machines, game consoles, tools, toys, board games, all that kind of stuff you do in garage sales. The downside of garage sales is you have to get up early on Saturday mornings and go driving around. This is tough if you've got a young family, or if you've got a family like mine who loves sleeping in on the weekends. My goal with eBay from the beginning was to build a business which worked by itself and not just build yourself a job. I wanted a business which worked by itself without me, so I could do other things in my life I enjoy doing. For this reason, I prefer to sell new products as I find it much easier to automate the business. With eBay, you can of course have multiple strategies, and you can even have multiple eBay accounts. However, it's normally best at the beginning to focus on just one or two methodologies at a time until you master them. Today we operate 5 different eBay businesses, with new items being our preference. However, we also have a sideline eBay business which buys and sells poorly or badly listed items. Most of these poorly or badly listed items that we buy and flip are not just from eBay, but from other sites like Gumtree, Facebook, Buy Swap Sell. For the new items that we import and dropship, we sell anything and everything from home and garden products like hose reels, solar panel parts, toys, plant pots, kids ride on cars, security equipment, clothes hoists, skateboards, you name it. We do not specialise in one niche, we sell anything that is popular and has a proven track record of selling well. The big secret, if you want to call it a secret, of any business, including eBay, is to only sell items which people want. I know this sounds so simplistic, however so many people get it wrong. Recently I was asked to help somebody sell a new item on eBay which they had invented. This person had invested 2 years developing this product and a ton of cash. First thing I did was research the keywords to see how big a market there is on eBay. In less than 2 minutes, I had the answer. Total market sales for the last 90 days on eBay Australia for these keywords was only $18,000. My heart immediately sank for this man. In comparison, there's been nearly $3 million in sales of the keyword solar panel in the last 90 days on eBay Australia. If only he'd taken 2 minutes to research the product first. Perhaps he didn't know how to research the product, but either way, if he had known and he'd done that, it would have saved him 2 years of his life plus a ton of money. eBay sellers no longer need to guess which products to sell. We simply only sell items which the market has already proven to be popular. For the poorly or badly listed items that we buy and flip, these days we prefer to buy and flip more expensive items because you can make more money per transaction. These days we buy and flip items like used box trailers, cheap trailer boats, those kind of things that are more expensive. But we kind of like to have things like at least $400 mark plus from there. Not too expensive, but we'd rather do that than do something for $10. One advantage of purchasing value-listed items from places like Gumtree, Facebook, Buy Swap Sell, etc. is you can make offers via SMS. This way you can make offers without ever needing to leave the house. Buying and selling value-listed items is not just great training, it's also can be a ton of fun. It can also be quite profitable. However, the downside is it's much harder to automate compared to an import or dropship business. The advantage of dropshipping is many. As a dropshipping methodology, it requires no cash, as you get paid before purchasing the items. Another advantage are you don't need to hold any stock. You don't need to wrap up any items, drive to the post office, none of that stuff, it's all done for you. You also don't need to handle any warranty issues, as you can return the items back to the supplier. Another big advantage of a dropship business is you can build a dropship business almost straight away, or at least as soon as you have your foundations, and by that I mean like an eBay listing template. More and more large bricks and mortar stores, not just online companies, are moving to the dropship model. As again, they also don't have to finance stock up front, warehouse items, and pay for staff to pick and pack the items. The downside of dropshipping is the risk of overselling. By that I mean selling an item on eBay only to find the supplier has sold out. Luckily, we're all very fortunate today that the internet has been evolving, and there are steps we can put in place to help reduce this happening, including only purchasing from suppliers which use websites which are continually updated to show whether or not the items are in stock. We call these dynamic websites. The big advantage of selling new products with importing direct or dropshipping is you can sell the same item over and over. That means you only have to photograph the item once, list the item once, and that same item can potentially sell thousands of times. The downside of importing is the cost to purchase the items. The upside of importing is the higher profits, from buying direct and cutting out all the middlemen. In saying that though, many people assume they can make more money from importing than dropshipping. This is not always the case. This is only the case if the seller has enough cash to purchase enough stock. If they don't have enough cash, they'll normally make more money from dropshipping, as they can list an unlimited amount of items on eBay right now. Whereas with importing, if there's a cash flow problem, the seller can only list as many items as they can afford to purchase. With used items, the upside of sourcing used items is you can accumulate them quickly and simply by driving to estate sales, garage sales, thrift shops. You can do this week. The downside is you have to keep driving to and fro to source items, and you have to photograph and list each item individually. With purchasing quality or value-listed items, you can do all the research and the negotiation from the comfort of your own home. The downside, as with all used items, is you again have to photograph and list them one at a time and then just sell one off. For this reason, it's much harder to automate any eBay business which sells used items. Harder, but not impossible. I have a friend of mine in the US. He does really well with sourcing from estate sales. For automation, he's got a team of people who work for him from home, and he just drops the items off to their houses and they list all the items for him. There are so many different methodologies for building an eBay business. You just need to choose one which suits you. If you're looking at making eBay a full-time business, first choose which methodology suits you. However, don't forget, you can have multiple eBay accounts using more than one methodology. You aren't limited to just one methodology or one eBay account. Today, with the ability to outsource low-cost overseas labour so easily and so cheaply, it's never been so easy to run multiple eBay businesses from the comfort of your own home. However, if your goal is to build an automated eBay business in which you don't have to have any stock in your house or any staff in your house, importing and dropshipping are the two best options. With importing, you can have all your inventory sent to a 3PL or third-party logistics company who will hold all your stock for you, and then they'll ship it direct to your customer. With dropshipping, the suppliers ship direct to your customers, so you'll never ever have to send the product yourself. That's all for this week. If you're watching this video anywhere else besides my blog, please come over to Waterhouse.com for more eBay hints, tips and goodies. Please give me a thumbs up. If you know anybody who would find this video useful, please click on the share links below. Please leave a comment below and let me know where you're up to. I'd love to hear from you. Until next week, list more, sell more. This is Waterhouse.